All right, Mr. Historian.
We are at Section I of the PCT in Washington, and that's about a 30-ish mile section from White Pass to Chinook Pass via the Mount Rainier National Park.
Okay. All right, so you're going along the east side of Mount Rainier, basically.
And I've heard it's very pretty, one of the prettiest spots on the Washington section.
All right, so there we are. It's the PCT. How exciting. So we're in the White Pass parking lot there, and there's Leech Lake is right there, and there is the White Pass ski area, and we are off onto the PCT. How hot is it today, Historian?
It's 80 degrees.
80 degrees? Fortunately, we're in the shade right now.
So it's only 17.
Yep.
There's something in my shoe.
Is there a snake in your boot?
Oh, there's like a rock or something.
Okay, fix it. We can pause.
And lots of mosquitoes.
We permathinned our socks and shirts and shorts, so
nice.
and I have DEET ready for when they come out, so we're going to be the chemical twins. One thing that's amazed me most about the trail is the amount of horses that have been using it. We're running across quite a few sober southbounders. Other than that, it's nice and shady. Even though it's 76, it's pretty reasonable here in the forest.
I feel like it's in the 50s.
Yeah.
Or early 50s.
Other than that, we will keep you posted. It's been very nice and pleasant. It's woody, and it has not been too steep anywhere. So this is a nice change from the normal Pacific Northwest hiking. Here you go. We are in the William O. Douglas Wilderness, the Wenatchee National Forest. The fascinating thing is you know, you're walking through the forest here, and
you look to the right, and then you miss something on the left.
And you're watching the beauty of the trees, and down below, seeing the butterflies flirting around here. And then you turn to the right, and you really can't get the scape of the rocks over there. You can see some spider webs floating in the wind, but you know, you can
never justify the real fit.
It's gorgeous here, and it's about to get real hot for us. And we got a little bit of a a little bit of a hill to climb here. Supposedly this section only has, between White and Chinook, has 5,000 feet of elevation gain and 4,000 feet of elevation loss. So, not terrible, but you know, you're not hiking in Kansas.
Or Florida.
Or Florida, as I repeat what you say. This is our first source of water for, it's a little reddish, but it could just be the rocks in there. I don't know that we're making great time, but we're in no rush, so that's what's great. This is going to be a nice, enjoyable hike. We've come to our first meadow along the trail here. Just popped right out of the forest. It's very scenic. Saw a big hawk flying overhead a couple seconds ago. Don't know if you can pick up the butterflies flirting around and the dragonflies.
And the mosquitoes.
And the... No, not too many mosquitoes on the legs yet. Alright, we're going to have some lunch and get back at the trail. We have timed it well for the flowers being out.
Beautiful.
It is.
One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
So, what was for lunch?
I had a ramen sriracha flavor, which I recommend because it's very spicy and good.
Okay.
And you had nothing.
I had a Twix bar and some almonds.
I had
because here's another small water source. And
A little more thoughtful.
we're back on the trail. So we just got off the trail for a few seconds here, and we've come to a second secret little area. And this is...
Reminds me of the Great Plains on the Mountain.
It is a lot like Grand Park. It's...
Have a spray park.
No.
Grand Park? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, not quite as big, but still, there's a lot more flowers here, so it's, you know, I love the little grassy bit in the middle and the bird.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
Like, this might be my favorite hike.
Okay. Huh.
So pretty.
It is. I just wish it was 5 degrees cooler. Just make it perfect.
I'll second that.
Yeah. But the weather today is amazing, you know. Not a cloud in the sky. Makes for a beautiful, beautiful area here.
That's
And
right for Washington.
yeah. We're at a really interesting series of, they're not really bridges, but I'm guessing that during the snow melt that this stops the runoff a little bit from washing out the trail. Also, if you've ever wondered what the backside of a meadow looks like, that was my Disneyland joke. There's the backside of a meadow. So, there's been fields of those butterflies and the flowers. It's been awesome. We are into another meadow here, and this one is just flowerific.
Oh my god. It's
Amazing.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
This this is a beautiful, beautiful hike. They mosquitoes have been pretty nasty, but we have used chemicals to,
Eradicate them.
yeah, wow. These are some gorgeous fields here. Luckily, you're not in the sun and not hiking through the middle of them. You know, you've got shade on the trail. You know, you might have 50 feet of sun, but it's all pretty nice.
Come look at this!
Okay, what do we have? Do we have a subalpine lake?
That's gorgeous.
That is beautiful. Wow. And there's supposed to be a lot of these. So I might be going for a swim later on.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe? Okay.
I can't guarantee it yet.
Okay. You're too worried about a beaver coming and biting you?
No.
Oh.
Just their diseases.
Just Giardia? Okay. Well, don't swallow the water and you'll be good. Wow.
That's gorgeous.
That is... This might be my
Favorite.
top pretty hike to go on.
I agree.
So this is our like clearing number 15, and here is lake number 2 or 3. So actually it's still kind of a continuation of the other lake. But this is, you know, other than the bugs, this is an amazing hike. This is where the burn was a few years ago.
One of them.
As you can see, it's coming back pretty good. It used to be pretty scraggly, I understand, but much better now.
Lots of fun.
I don't know if you can see the little lake over there and pond. Yeah. But there's probably a dried up pond here, but there you go. The flowers around these are just amazing. This is just, I know I keep saying gorgeous and amazing, and it's just beautiful. I am amazed. I did not think it would be this pretty. We're looking for a nice camping spot 2 miles in.
3 miles.
3? Let's see. Garmin says 2.7, so 3 miles in. Looks like it's used quite a bit by horses coming to drink too. So, but yeah, this would be a pretty lake to come to. Anyhow, the mosquitoes are biting me, so I'm going to keep moving away from this lake. Plus, we have a few more miles to do than 3 today.
I prefer to do about 10.
I'd prefer to do 10 to 12, yeah. All right. But I don't want to stop and not look at beautiful stuff like that lake. So here's a very fascinating rock formation. If you're a geologist, I would love to hear what causes this. It's a real stratification of the rock, though.
Like someone almost made it.
Yeah, it looks like they were stacked on top of each other, doesn't it? So there's a little lake right down there. I don't know if you can see it. And there's a big lake way over there. Probably won't show up on the camera. It's a little hazy. And there's some Indian flower, I believe.
What?
Indian flower, I believe, is the name of that one.
There's too many of them.
Yeah, and there are a couple clouds in the sky now. We've passed a ton of southbounders. It's been fascinating.
I've seen 0, 1. I haven't seen 1 northbounder.
I have not seen one northbounder either.
I guess they're all back in Oregon.
Yep.
Not back in Oregon, they're just in Oregon.
This lake's a little bit murky and muddy, but it's amazing flowers down there.
Yeah, I think I've upped this from a 9 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and the trail along here is pretty dry. It's almost dusty if you look at little puffs of dust come flying with every step you take. It's kind of fun to think of all the people that have walked on this trail. That you're walking and tons of people's footsteps. And that's pretty awesome. Daisy, Darwin, and the historians, Beagles, then maybe Second Chance Hiker will be walking in our footsteps soon. So I'm pretty excited about that. So since we have a geologist identifying the rocks for us, can you botanists tell us what those are? They're all over the place and they're very cool. We're back in a very woody section.
Which is nice.
Yeah, but it's all pretty small, alpine, subalpine.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Shady.
It's been pretty much uphill the whole way. I mean, it's never too bad uphill, but it's uphill. The trail is not too bad. As I mentioned before, it's a little dry and dusty, but other than that, a lot of birds out.
What?
Anyhow, we will videograph more if we find something cool. So Alex just said, "Can we take a break?" And I said, "Not until you come over this rise, because the historian needs to see this beautiful, beautiful, scummy lake." Yeah, well, not from that end. I don't think we'll get water, but I wouldn't have a problem getting it from that section. It's moving a little bit.
That's great.
Yeah. And as always, there are beautiful flowers everywhere. And there's some...
There's another lake.
Another lake on the other side?
Yeah.
Oh, man. This is lake-erific. Anyhow, you can see the mosquitoes breeding and being born all at the lake end there. So they'll be after us later tonight, I think. And this is the lake to our right. And we just passed some beautiful heather, and I was telling Alec, the historian, that I think heather might be one of my favorite plants because it's green all year long, and some of them bloom early, some of them bloom late.
They always bloom.
Yeah. This is magical up here. Magical. In case you're keeping track at home, here is the next lake we're passing. It's almost getting ridiculous, as my son used to say. Redonkulous? Yeah.
This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah. This one's a little rust colored, but
Aren't they all?
some of them are kind of blue and clear. Back into a woodsy area. Haven't seen a little glade, but no meadows and flowers for a bit. We will keep you posted. So here's another lake.
I don't know which one this is. 15?
We're getting up there in lakes. It's if you like looking at lakes and flowers, this is the hike for you. PCT Section I in Washington State. Seen a lot of birds. Haven't seen Bigfoot. Have you seen Bigfoot?
No.
Supposedly this is where he lives.
Really?
Well, if you believe in him. The historian just told me, look to your right. It's amazing how hard it is to see everything.
You can probably do the show 4 times and not see everything.
Yeah, you know, there's just a bountiful bevy of lakes here. And I don't know if there's a trail leading down to it or not. And if so, I'm probably not going to take it. But that is a big, pretty lake. I know, right about now you're thinking, okay, it's ridiculous. It's redonkulous. It's radiciominous.
It's annoying.
It's almost getting annoying how many lakes we're seeing here. You can stop showing lakes at this point. And I think I might stop showing lakes at this point because there's too many to count. It's amazing. What do you think of all the lakes, Mr. Historian?
I think that they are good. They are good for the environment, and they have nice looking flowers. Comma, I don't think you can see it, but I see lots of bugs.
Yes, they are mosquito harvesting hatcheries. So there is a downside. So we've come to our first river fjording. Will the historian fall in? I think we used that one last time, didn't we?
What do you mean?
Yep. Gee, what lake do you think this is, Alex? What lake do you think this is?
I have no idea.
Oh, I bet it's Buche Lake.
Maybe.
All right, it's got some nice campgrounds here, and this looks like a nice lake to actually take a dip in. There's some good spots to, you know, rest on those rocks out there. Looks like it's a little silty on the bottom, but I'd take it at this point. It's so hot. How about you?
No, we're not desperate.
Okay. Anyhow, onward we go. It's another lake.
I don't care.
You don't care?
I really don't care. This has been like 55.
Yeah, well.
I think the audience is getting a little bored of looking at the exact same lake basically 50,000 times.
It's not the same lake. It's a different lake. Oh, the bugs are bad here.
Basically
Oh,
the same lake.
I guess we didn't make 2,000 miles on the PCT because it's the PCT trail number 2,000. Oh, I'm disappointed. Hey, Mr. Historian, look, another lake.
Yay!
Yeah,
Terrible for drinking.
yeah, we just tried to fill up the water bladder at one of these and it looked pretty suspicious. I mean, I think it would filter out fine, but you're gonna clog your Sawyer real quick with it. There's a lot of particulate in the water, which is why it's so brown and icky. So we're hoping we find a stream, or, you know, we should have filled up at Bush Lake. That was pretty clean and clear. So my advice is water up at Bush Lake. Okay, so we might have spoke a few seconds too soon. I think we are at, is this Snow Lake here, Alex?
Maybe.
Which is like immediately after I said I think I would have cameled up at Bush Lake, and now we're here, and this is a beautiful little campground, and
Now, this might be that lake.
I don't know, this is about as picturesque as it gets. We might stop and go swimming here, Alex. What do you think? We're getting ready to Sawyer up some water. Let's see how. That looks like pretty clean water.
After what we just had?
Man, look at that shore. You could jump off that rock over there. Okay. So, Historian, you ready for another lake?
No, this one's actually worth it, I'd say.
This one's worth it?
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh, overexposure. No, I guess we're okay exposure. Yeah, no, this is, I think this is still, what lake is this?
The one with the hourglass?
The Hourglass, not Snow. What's the one before it?
Pine?
Pine? Okay. Yeah, no, this was a beauty one. I wish we could stop here because there's some nice campsites like the one we got water at. This is,
But we gotta press on to at least snow.
yeah, if we want to make 30 miles in 3 days.
Unfortunately.
The people that normally hike the PCT are probably laughing at us. And
Like, yeah, they're going 10 miles an hour.
yeah, we're here to enjoy this. Direction, it's Pipe Lake, not Pine Lake. As you can see, there's another campsite there. I think somebody hung some line maybe for hanging your bear bags.
About a mile and a half till Snow Lake.
I have to ask, what do you think is the worst part about this trail?
You can't go pee anywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to find something that's more than 150 feet from water.
I mean, we found maybe one spot so far.
Yeah, it's crazy how, you know, you walk off path a little bit to go pee, and nope, there's a lake right there. Nope, there's a little pond.
Hey, look, there's a big pond over there.
Oh, nope, there's a river. Okay, we haven't found any rivers. It's all just little tiny puddles and lakes. But yeah, finding a place that's far enough away from water to actually do your business is amazingly difficult on this trail. It's also that so much of the water is, I mean, granted, nobody probably wants to drink from a lot of these ponds, but I still feel bad about peeing near one. And look, there's another pond, speaking of water. If you like water, this is your trip. It's gorgeous. Again, another little meadow. This and more water over there. We haven't gotten any glimpses of Mount Rainier as our constant companion, even though it should be right over there. So, yeah. I'm sure we'll see it at some point.
Probably like day 2 or 3.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
What?
Look what it is.
A lake?
A lake.
That's what I said.
Huh. You can hear some bugs chirping.
It's super annoying.
Yeah. Alex thought it was a rattlesnake at first.
Oh, you saw.
Oh, I said it was a rattlesnake? I was trying to scare you.
I get scared very easily.
Maybe it's a Giardia snake.
No such thing.
No such thing as a Giardia snake?
No, I have that though.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
come up a little stream that's completely other.
Oh my. How's that for picturesque, huh? You can see these tiny little heathers and baby trees. This entire area gets covered in snow, and this area is a snowshoer's paradise, I guess, during the winter time. So definitely multi-use. Any other observations? Don't drop the maps. Look, we even brought paper maps. We're prepared. The one really cool thing about this hike is you can see all of the holes people have made with their trekking poles. It's hilarious to walk along and it's like holes everywhere.
Like the movie holes.
Like the movie holes?
Except
Okay.
those are bigger.
Okay. Anything else to observate on?
It's tiring.
Yeah, well, Garmin says we're 7 miles in, but it does point to point every 5 minutes, so it's lying. I think we're about 9 in. We should be reaching Snow Lake pretty quick, and we'll decide there if we want to call it a night or whatnot. We've come to our next dangerous river crossing.
I don't think I can make it.
I think you can. Well, phew.
That was nerve-wracking.
I bet this is pretty raging right when the snow's all melting, though. You can kind of tell from the bank right there. It, well, at least it gets a little bit of water running down it. Anyhow, we're onward and apparently upward right now. So what interesting observation have we made about the trail, besides all the holes in it?
It's impossible to break through.
That there have been thousands of people that have walked on this trail, so the ground doesn't have much give. It's a lot like walking on concrete. Is that what you're saying? Yeah?
It makes your feet hurt.
It does make your feet hurt. So wear maybe some insoles. You know, I never understood why all the PCTers wore insoles on their shoes, but now I understand. It's because the trail isn't springy. It's kind of like walking on concrete. Anyhow, next observation, we'll let you know. Hi, Bubberfly. I feel like we've maybe come at a weird time. It's late July, but there's not a single creek running. It's all just beautiful, beautiful flowers. So we've come at the right time with no river crossings. I do hear that the Bumping River is still kind of energetic. So, Mr. Geologist, can you explain what did this as well? Was it a giant seashell? Was it blasting?
Probably blasting.
We're coming up to Snow Lake. I think our legs are both getting a little bit tired. So I think we're going to stop there for the day. Don't know what we'll video there. I might have lied a little bit. Here's some beautiful heather and flowers, and we're coming up to a lake. And
Another
there's
one.
a little trail leading off to, I think, some camping. The mosquitoes have been fierce around the lakes, but not too bad otherwise. I don't know if I haven't seen any good camping spots that were not next to a lake, though. So maybe National Forest Service, think about adding some that are like right here, not near a lake. Right here, not near, oh, well, no, that's near a lake. Never mind. I guess you can't add camping sites that are not near water on this trail. I don't know what I was thinking. You're always near water. Of course, sometimes it's gross water, but and again, it's another lake. This is getting to be amazing. I've never would have guessed that there were this many lakes up here. Would you, Alex?
I mean, Sid, you're gonna be surprised.
Yeah, but I'm shocked. It's amazing because a little alpine lake has lost, you know, if you see a dinosaur every day because you work at Jurassic Park, they kind of probably lose their magic. And that's starting to happen, which is making me sad because I came up here to see beautiful lakes and might be ODing on beautiful lakes. So what's your opinion of the trail so far, historian?
I'd say the good part of it is the meadows and the lakes, and the bad part is this hard trail.
I would agree with you completely. This trail is really hard on your feet. You know, it's not elevation, it's not
Difficult.
It's not difficult. No, it's a great trail. It's super hard. It's like you're walking on concrete and it hurts your feet a lot. I wasn't expecting that. I can see why PCTers wear insoles with extra cushion.
That's nice.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Anything else?
I'm tired.
Yeah? Alright. I'm tired too. I'm looking forward to setting up camp and...
I'm happy for whoever got me this nice hat.
Yeah? Alright. What advice would you give to somebody who's going to do Section I of the PCT?
I give them two advices. One, get nice shoes that have lots of cushioning in them.
Mm-hmm.
And second, mosquito repellent.
I would agree completely with those two suggestions. I might even say a bug net head or a bug net.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, one of those bug masks for your face. It's pretty sick how buggy this is.
You probably can't even see it.
Or go in August and September when they aren't out. Where are we now?
Snow Lake.
Snow Lake. All right, it's bless you. Pretty beautiful here, and we'll get eaten in a bit, but we're just relaxing those dogs. We've got about almost 10 miles, I think. All right.